Okay, I'm Udavela Revata, Head Department of Sanskrit and Eastern Studies, University of California. Here I want to share with you one very special thing related to the grammar. We actually all know the mother tongue of Sinhala is Sanskrit. There is a huge influence of Sanskrit on Sinhala. But when we consider about the grammar we teach as Sinhala, there are a lot of incorrect practices. So I would like to explain one instance. When we consider about the Taddita, we call Taddita derivative forms. For instance, I can take one example, Vaikalpa, Vaikalpika. We use that as a form of Taddita. So that the formation of this term, when we explain the formation of this term, Vikalpa plus Ikan. Ikan is the pratyaya that we add to create the Vaikalpika word. But unfortunately, in Sinhala grammar books, we cannot see the total pratyaya or termination. That is called Ikan. They deleted the last letter of that pratyaya un. But when we consider about the principle introduced by the great grammarian Panini, that is the most important part of the pratyaya. So that is the code actually great grammarian Panini used. So we have to consider, because by using that un, he actually used that in to denote the expansions of the first letter of that particular word. So by adding that un, V becomes Y, or E becomes Urdi I. So that is the principle recommended by the Panini. Unfortunately, the who actually teach Sinhala grammar actually do not know about this. So that is the thing today I have to share with you.
Any other examples?
A lot of examples. Vaikalpika, Aitihasika, and what do you call that? Parivenika, and Samajika, and Lankika, and so on.